Hi, Lori here. Welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making a pancake wreath. So these are a lot of fun. And I'm actually going to be using one of the pancake boards. We'll be doing another one of these and actually be using a Dollar Tree frame. But for this one, I want to use one of the pancake boards. So we're going to take this mesh and we're going to cut 20-inch pieces. We're going to be needing 12 pieces of this. So the first thing we're going to do is just cut out our 20-inch pieces. So once I have the pieces cut up, the next thing I'm going to do is pull out this board and we're going to start loading our pipe cleaners on here to start the wreath. So you can see there are little notches in this board, and so what you're going to do is you're going to put your pipe cleaner up right before one of the notches, and I'm just going to tie it on like that. You can see I can use smaller pieces, so if you don't want to use a whole pipe cleaner, you can cut them in half and use that. So you're going to end up with 12 in total. These holes here can be used to put your sign on. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to be making ruffles. So I'm just going to kind of flatten my mesh out. I like to tuck the edge under. And then I'm going to be using my Deco Mesh ruffle tool. I'm just going to go straight up the center. Now I push with this tool instead of using my hands to gather it. So you can see it's going to look like a bow tie. So this is a ruffle. What we're going to do is we're going to start on the outside. So all of these ties that are on the outside, one thing you can do is just kind of push the inside ones towards the inside so you don't get confused. Okay, and you're going to tie it on just like this. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pull your ruffle across like this, and you're going to kind of flatten it down. So with a pancake wreath, the whole idea is to make it as flat as possible so it'll fit in between a door. Okay, so we'll go on to the next one. We're going to go all the way around the bottom. Okay. Okay. Again, bow tie. Place the middle down in the middle, and then spread one on top of the other, just like that. And if you have bubbles, just kind of pull them out, push it down, right, because you want it to be pretty flat. So you can see how flat this is. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest. If you don't have a tool like this, you can use your hands. I like to use my tool because my hands tend to hurt if I'm using them a lot. But you can use your fingers to walk up to get your ruffle. Okay. Here we go. So once I have all of the ones on the bottom, what we're going to do next is we're going to get our ribbons ready. So I wanted something really cute like this chocolate chip in here, so that's why we're using this ribbon. I mean this mesh. It is hot chocolate time of year, so this is going to be super cute for winter. I have a really cute little mint green and white stripe. And I'm going to cut these at 13 inches. So we're going to do 6 for the bottom. We are going to dovetail them by folding them in half and cutting upwards towards the wired edge. So we're going to take this, we're going to fold it in half and get the middle. We're just going to pinch the middle, and I'm going to go ahead and move it this way, just like that. And then I'm going to tie it down, and we're going to kind of pull it out just like this so we can see our ribbons. So I'm really not going to need the rest of this, so I can twist it up and trim it off and just tuck that in. I'm going to go around doing the same thing on each one. If you want it to stay like this, you can pinch it here and run your pipe cleaner around it a couple of times just to keep it like this. Then you can trim off the extra piece that you don't need. So you can see you can have them coming out like this, or you can have them coming out like this. So once you have the bottom done, it's going to look like this. You can see it's very flat. And your next ties are going to be in between these. So now you just want to kind of open those up so you can see them. All right. We're going to follow the same procedure. Okay, so get your bow tie, go to this top, okay, tie it down just like you did on the bottom, and then you're going to spread the ruffle out just like you did on the bottom and flatten it. So you can see this uses a lot less mesh, and because of the way it stacks on top of each other, it's not going to be a problem to show the frame. So you can see it is still very flat. And just like the bottom, we're going to get some tails for the top as well at 13 inches again. Okay, so the same thing, find the middle, pinch, and you want to get a little bit underneath, and you can place them down. This one we can spread out. You can spread out or you can keep it like the bottom. And this depends on if you're going to put a sign or what size sign you want to put in it. So you can see it's still nice and flat. On the back, you'll see multiple holes. You can use these to make a hanger for the wreath. So I'm going to take an extra long pipe cleaner. And I'm going to pick a couple of these. I'm just going to make a nice hanger for it. Just kind of twisting it on itself. So I just pull it up and twist it together. This way you'll have a nice place to hang it. Okay, there we go. Alright, so now we can decide if we want to make a bow, if we want to put a sign in the middle. We could put a sign across the side. I have two options for signs. I have a round option right here, or we can put one here and put a bow, or I have more of a kind of rectangle. So either one works. I kind of like this one. I think it works with the ribbons a little better. So I'm going to put this sign on. I'm just going to take it and use my metal hole punch to punch a hole in the top and the bottom. And I'm going to take some 26 gauge wire. I'm going to put it right through that hole. Kind of double it up and twist it right by the sign. I like using metal signs for these because they're very lightweight. They're also not going to fade in the sun. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to locate where these holes are so that I can use that for my sign. So I'll take a weaving needle. This allows me to go down through the mesh. And I can put the wire right through that hole in the frame. And tie it on. Okay, and I'll just tuck that up underneath. Pull some of my ribbons out. There we go. So same thing with this one. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to use my weaving needle and I'm going to go underneath this pipe cleaner and pull the wire through. And that way I have somewhere to secure it. Okay, and then I'll just pull it up behind and underneath. There we go. Okay, we've got our hanger here. There we go. So I will kind of move my ribbons a little bit just so that you can see them and the sign. And here's the finished project. Isn't that cute? Look how thin that is. So you can see this can fit in between a door. So make sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell icon to know when we're going live and when we'll be uploading next. Thanks for watching.